What is going on, Guardians? Evade here and welcome back to Destiny Guides. So in this video I'm going to show you the new Forsaken trailer. We're going to discuss everything within it. Now today, Tuesday, is the 28th, so Forsaken releases in just a week from today, but we're also getting a giant patch later on in a couple of hours that will introduce tons of weapon changes, so I'll probably make a video on that, so definitely stay tuned to the channel. But anyway, here's the trailer, and if you've already seen it, you can skip forward to our analysis.
We should have been there.
Well, this is awkward. You got a gun I can borrow?
This is not your fault.
Any last words? How's your sister?
For our fire team. For Cade. This is on the head of Sauv.
My friends, my barons, go unleash chaos.
The three of us want the same thing, Spider. Uldren and his barons. Dead.
I cannot wait to see how this ends. We are not an army. We are not conquerors. We need to keep our eyes on our home, our people.
This is Cade we're talking about. For us to do nothing is...
Say it.
cowardice.
I refuse to bury any more friends.
You won't have to. Sauv is mine.
So, this is to be a reckoning.
I know where Uldren and his barren scheme.
You have no idea what he's done!
The line between light and dark is so very thin. Do you know which side you're on?
We will take the reef by storm. All of us. Every Titan. Every Warlock. Every Hunter. If he thinks what he's done is the end, it's not. It's the beginning.
You gotta promise me. Put Uldren in the ground. We have a deal.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, available September 4th.
So let's first begin with the obvious. We see Cade here from the trailer a couple of days ago where he's fighting off the Barons in the Reef. Of course we know how that is going to end, unfortunately, and we see this very sad scene right here. We see Ikora, Zavala, and our Guardian looming over Cade's dead body. We then see another sassy Cade moment. Even though he's just about to die, he's still got that sarcasm we're all used to. So Uldren comes up to him, he asks him, like, any last words? And he says, how's your sister? So that's pretty funny, and I guess that's the only way Cade would go out, right? With his sarcasm we're always used to.
How's your sister?
What we then see here is Uldren with his barons back at the Reef. The place in Destiny 1 where the Queen sat in her throne. This is the exact same location. Now this is also the first time we see him without his headdress on, which is actually pretty interesting because we get a better look at the white hair, which could just be a design purpose, could have something to do with the story, but you get a better look at it here. So we see the Barons for a couple of more shots. Uldren tells them to, unleash chaos, and then we come to this clip right here with our Guardian, Petra, and a character called the Spider. So the Spider is a Kel of a long lost house, and now it seems he runs this sort of, crime organization within the Tangled Shore, with his goal ultimately to take down Aldrin as well. This is why Petrus says, we want him dead, you want him dead too, maybe we can work something out. Now it is worth noting a couple of things. First, he's giant, he's a Kel, and he's sitting on top of this throne here with a ghost in his hand. Now something that's interesting to me, this part is obviously speculation, but Varix the Loyal is the only fallen character that speaks to us in English and is also friendly. So that could obviously just be a coincidence, but Varix was also always talking about ghosts and how he wanted to get his hands on one and take one from our Guardian. So I guess I'm not saying, Varix is a Spider, but I'm just drawing some connections here and seeing what you think.
Little ghost, come out, come out. All these Guardians here. Maybe I'll catch a ghost, take it apart.
We then get the most crazy thing from this trailer. When I heard this, I just went crazy and I tweeted right away and I was like screaming out loud. So I would go back to the scene where Ikora and Zavala are talking over Cade's body, and our Guardian says, "You won't have to, Aldrin's Sauv is mine."
I refuse to bury any more friends.
You won't have to. Aldrin Sauv is mine.
So Bungie 100% listened, and it seems our Guardian will have a voice in Forsaken, which makes the story 10 times better in my opinion. So next up, there's a little section of some gameplay action, and I'm going to slow it down and maybe put some stills so you can see some of the new sparrows, the armor, and the action a little bit easier. So first up, you got this sparrow right here. It kind of does remind me of the whole spider area, I guess, and the Tangled Shore in general, but it's very metal in appearance, and I definitely think it fits the theme of this destination. What we then see here is, I believe, the hand of Mara Sov. Now at a first glance, this could just be some sort of flashback scene, doesn't really make sense with the surroundings, but it made me wonder because we know Mara's body was destroyed within the Taken King events, and she kind of floats out there within the Hype Ascendant realm. Now how exactly she got back to physical form, I'm not sure, but this most definitely is her in appearance. Aldrin then walks through the throne area where his sister once sat and burns it to pieces. The next clip, we then see him in the dark forest. His face looks a little corrupted. People have been telling me that's the Awoken effect, but I don't know if it has something to do with the Taken. But regardless, he's in the dark forest looking at the shard of the Traveler. It looks like he then takes a little piece off of it, and I don't know what's going on there. So with Aldrin visiting, this shard of the Traveler, and it looks like he's taking a piece of light from it or something, it's interesting because in one of the reveal trailers, Aldrin said the line between light and dark is so very thin, do you know which side you're on? So with that, to me, it made it sound like, he's on the dark side, he thinks that it's the right thing to do, and that we're wrong being with the light. He's acted this crazy way since Destiny 1, he always kind of hated the Guardians, and so on. So if he is truly taking a piece of the light here, it's interesting, and I'm wondering why exactly he's doing that. If you know and you have any theories, tell me down below. Moving on, we have some more gameplay stuff, so I'll slow that down and make some stills. Now before I wrap up this video, Guardians, it looks like Bungie is doing that thing again on their website they did for Warmind, where they have a bunch of different lore entries and kind of tease and show off different aspects of the expansion. So the first one says Petra Venge, Eyes Only, Amethyst Protocol. So here it says, this is a quality assurance follow-up about your recent experience with Cade 6. How thoroughly did Cade and his 6 compadres capture those barons? Please select all that apply. Perfect in every way, songs are already being composed about your triumphs, and so thoroughly that I'm finally ready to admit that I'm in love with you, you dashing metal man. I'll await your answer by return ping. But seriously, PV, you've got more problems than 8 barons right now, and Mansis is latest as the Red Legion splinter group got their heads into the reef and make a good summer home. Here's an idea, I could come back out to the reef, do a few patrols, free you up to focus on your bird watching. You know I love an excuse to leave the tower again, just hit me up. Please. Pretty please? Cade. So at the time of making this video, this is the first lore entry that has released, but there's going to be more throughout the day. I may cover them if they're super important, may not, we'll see, but the link to that page is down below. But Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. This was the launch trailer for Forsaken, which comes out in just a week, and I'm not sure about you, but I'm super excited. We got the Guardians speaking again, we might see the Queen return, a bunch of new characters in the Spider and, you know, the Tangled Shore, and it's just gonna be a great time. So definitely be sure to stay tuned to the channel if you want to see the weapon changes coming out later today. I believe maintenance is scheduled to conclude at around 5 PM Eastern Standard Time, so if that's the case, should be a video around 6. Please be sure to like this video up if you enjoyed and subscribe for some more awesome Destiny 2 news and entertainment. My name's Evade and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.